The first section of this training video will cover installation of the Toolbar client. The installation file is a single executable that can be installed on your personal computer in less than 90 seconds. If you haven't already downloaded the installation file, please contact your service provider for information on how to obtain the file. Please note that you will need to close any open Outlook, Internet Explorer, or Firefox applications in order to continue with the installation. To start the installation process, go to the folder where you saved the executable file and double-click it. The first screen will welcome you to the installation process, so just click Next. The next screen displays the destination installation folder, which we recommend you leave to the default. Click Next. You will now be prompted to select either a complete or custom installation. Selecting the complete installation will ensure that the toolbar is available on all the supported applications, so select Complete and then click Next. To install the application, click Next. In less than 30 seconds, the toolbar installation is complete and you can click Finish. The next time you open up Outlook, Internet Explorer, or Firefox, the Assistant toolbar will be displayed and ready to use. Once the toolbar has been successfully installed, open any of the supported applications to launch the toolbar. For this training video, we are going to use Internet Explorer. Once Internet Explorer is open, a new window may appear prompting for a username and password. The username and password for the toolbar are the same as the credentials used to access the telephony web portal and have been provided to you by your service provider. The Save Username and Password options are enabled by default to automatically log you in. However, you can uncheck the boxes if you are using a shared computer. When finished, just click OK. The correct username and password should automatically activate and log you into the toolbar, indicated by a green power button and lit up hot buttons. If you are not prompted to enter in your username and password when you open Internet Explorer, just click on the orange Options button in the upper left-hand part of the toolbar. This will open the Options window. In the left-hand pane, select Account, and then fill in your username and password. Finish by clicking OK. To turn on and activate the toolbar, just click on the gray power button in the far left-hand corner of the toolbar. The button will turn green, indicating that your toolbar has logged in successfully and is ready for use. Please note you can activate or deactivate the toolbar at any time by clicking the power button. Green is on, gray is off. You can install the toolbar application on multiple computers. However, you can only be logged in with your username and password on one computer at a time. In addition, the username and password used for the toolbar is the same as your web portal login. If you do not see the toolbar application loaded in Internet Explorer or Firefox, all you need to do is make sure that the toolbars are enabled for viewing. To do this, either select View, then Toolbars, or right-click in the title bar and make sure that there are check marks next to Telephony Toolbar Call Control and Telephony Toolbar Services. If no check marks are present, just left-click next to the service and enable the toolbar add-ons. The toolbar application is broken down into two parts: Features and Directories and Call Control. Both portions can be resized and relocated within Internet Explorer and Outlook with just a few clicks. Right-click anywhere in the toolbar area and make sure that there is not a check mark next to Lock the Toolbars. If there is, just left-click to unlock. You can then hover your mouse over the dotted lines until the double arrow is displayed. Then hold down the left mouse button to drag. You can then move the call control portion to the same row as Features and Directories, and also resize the toolbar. For this training video, I'm going to leave mine on two different rows. Navigating the services window is very easy, as it is broken down into incoming calls, outgoing calls, call control, and messaging. Just click on the feature in the left-hand pane and its configuration details will be presented in the right-hand pane. For example, anonymous call rejection. Don't want to receive calls from parties who intentionally block their number? Then just turn the feature on and click OK. Now, all incoming callers with blocked numbers will hear the following message.
The party you are trying to reach does not accept unidentified calls. Please try your call again later. Thank you.
The Call Forwarding Always feature will forward any inbound call to another number where you can be reached. To configure and activate this feature, begin by turning the service on. Next, enter in the phone number that your calls will forward to. If you are forwarding callers to another telephone within your company, you can enter in the extension of the phone number. To forward to a local or long distance number, enter in the area code and 7-digit phone number. If the play ring reminder when a call is forwarded box is checked, you will hear a brief ring on your office phone before the call is forwarded. This option can be useful to remind you to turn off call forwarding once back in the office. To activate the feature, just click OK. The Call Forward Always service can also be toggled using its hot button. The Call Forwarding Busy service forwards all incoming calls to a specified phone number or extension when all available lines are in use or when call waiting is turned off. The Call Forwarding No Answer service forwards all incoming calls to a specified phone number or extension if you do not answer within a specified number of rings. The Do Not Disturb service forwards all incoming calls to your voice messaging service. If you do not have a voice messaging service configured, callers hear a busy tone. If the play ring reminder when a call is forwarded box is checked, you will hear a brief ring on your office phone before the call is sent to voicemail. This option can be useful to remind you to turn off Do Not Disturb if no longer desired. Do Not Disturb can also be toggled using its hot button. The External Calling Line ID delivery service allows you to view the calling line information for incoming calls from external phone numbers. The Internal Calling Line ID delivery service allows you to view the calling line information for incoming calls from members of your group or company. Simultaneous ringing allows your incoming calls to be distributed to up to 10 additional phone numbers at the same time. Whichever device you pick up on is where the call is sent to. To configure and activate this feature, click the Add button and type the phone number in the highlighted area. Then hit the Enter button on your keyboard or left-click in the Answer Confirmation area. Enabling Answer Confirmation will prompt you to press a key on your phone to accept a call before completing it. This is helpful in letting you know that someone dialed your office number directly. Turn the service on, and then decide if you would like the service to be activated even if you're already in an active call on your primary number. Typically, this setting is not enabled. You can also delete SIM ring numbers by clicking the number row and then the Delete button. Simultaneous ringing can also be toggled using its hot button. Turning the toolbar's automatic callback service on will monitor any user in your company you attempt to connect with and is busy. For example, if you try to reach Sarah at extension 4500 and receive a busy message, the toolbar will automatically establish a call with Sarah as soon as her status changes to available. If turned on, the Calling Line ID Delivery Blocking service will block your calling line ID for all outgoing calls. If you do not want to block your calling ID for all outbound calls, you can use Per Call Blocking by dialing *67 followed by the phone number. Please note, this service does not apply to calls you make to other members of your company. Anywhere allows you to link any telephone with your account, independent of the type of phone or provider of the service, such as a landline or mobile device. Adding a device telephone number to Anywhere automatically adds simultaneous ring functionality. So anytime a call comes into your office number, your Anywhere number also rings. In addition, Anywhere lets you place outbound calls from your Anywhere device, displaying your office calling line ID to your called party. It will also bill your office account for any long-distance charges. One of the most powerful features of Anywhere is Call Pull, allowing you to transparently pull a call from your desk phone to an Anywhere device and vice versa. To configure, begin by clicking on the Services button on the toolbar, then Anywhere. Under the Anywhere Locations list, click the Add button and enter in the device telephone number and description. Enable this device is checked. To disable, click inside the box to uncheck. To keep callers from reaching voicemail on external devices, such as landlines or mobile phones, select Enable Diversion Inhibitor. Enabling answer confirmation will prompt you to press a key on your phone to accept a call before completing it. This is helpful in letting you know that someone dialed your office number and not your Anywhere device directly. Enabling broad workspace call control services determines whether call control is to be performed by the Anywhere device or the phone system. For example, some smartphones have hold and conference buttons, so to allow those devices to control the features, uncheck the box. If, however, you want to use the phone system to perform hold, conference, and transfer capabilities, enable the box and use the appropriate feature access code. A complete list of feature access codes can be found in your telephony web portal under Utilities, Feature Access Codes. To use Click-to-Dial on outbound calls for your Anywhere devices, check the box next to Alert All Locations for Click-to-Dial calls. Anytime you click on a number in any one of your directories or type a number in the Dial Number box on the toolbar, the call will dial out on your Anywhere device. As stated before, all inbound calls to your office location will automatically ring all your Anywhere devices. To place an outbound call from an Anywhere device, you will first need to know your Anywhere portal number and voicemail passcode, which we recommend programming as a speed dial in your phone. Your Anywhere portal number can be found by clicking on the View Available Portal List link. To create a speed dial on your Anywhere device, enter the number and password using this format. X being the 10-digit portal number, P being a hard pause, N being your voice portal passcode, then the pound sign. When dialed in this manner, you must wait for your speed dial to finish entering your passcode, and then you will be prompted to dial your destination number. You can dial the number just as if you were at your desk phone using extension or 10 digits. To place an outbound call manually using an Anywhere device, dial the Anywhere portal number, type in your voice portal passcode, and once dial tone is sounded, dial the destination number of the party you are calling. The called party will see your office number as the calling line ID, and your office account will be billed for any long-distance charges. Please note, if using a mobile phone, minutes of use will still apply. In order to use the Call Pull feature, which allows you to retrieve calls you've made with the Anywhere feature seamlessly between your office phone and your Anywhere device, a feature access code, or STAR code, will need to be used. The feature access code for Call Pull is *11. To find STAR codes for other features, log into your telephony web portal and click on Utilities, then Feature Access Codes. If you've received a call on your Anywhere device, for example a mobile phone, and you wish to continue the call on your office phone, simply pick up your office phone and dial *11. The call will now be active on your office phone. If you are on a call on your office phone and wish to retrieve it on your Anywhere device, simply dial your Anywhere number from your Anywhere device, and when you hear dial tone, enter *11. Your call is instantly retrieved and your caller is not interrupted. You may also create a Call Pull speed dial for this function by following the same format. X being the 10-digit portal number, P being a hard pause, N being your voice portal passcode, and finally *11 to pull the call. You can also quickly enable or disable an Anywhere device using the Anywhere Hot button. Just click Anywhere to view your numbers. Enabled devices will have a check mark next to them. To add more numbers, just click Configure. The call waiting service allows you to answer incoming calls while engaged in another active call. Once an active call and a second call comes in, a call waiting tone will be heard on your phone and the call will be displayed in the pop-up window as well as your handset display. The voice messaging service of the toolbar lets you decide how to handle your notification and delivery of voicemail messages. By default, your voice message service is automatically turned on with Unified Messaging and Message Waiting Indicator active. Unified Messaging refers to receiving voicemail both on your handset and via email. If you would only like to receive voicemail via email, then enable Forward to Email and enter in a valid email address. To configure advanced voice messaging settings and greetings, please view the training video on the telephony web portal and go to the messaging section. The first voice messaging feature that you can activate is email notification of new voicemail messages. If activated by clicking the box and entering in a valid email address, you will receive an email containing the calling line ID of the caller that left you the message, along with the date and timestamp of the message. If you would like to receive this information, as well as the actual voice message, you will want to enable the Email Voice Message Carbon Copy option. Now you will receive an email with a WAV file attachment that can be played on any personal computer or mobile device that supports WAV files. This is a great way to archive your voicemail messages and to also forward the message to anyone with an email address. If this feature is enabled, be sure to deselect the notification option to avoid getting redundant emails when a voice message is received. Finally, the Transfer on Zero to Phone Number feature is a great way to connect your callers to another party in the event of your absence or in an emergency. To activate this feature, you must check the box and enter in a valid phone number or extension. Then, change your no answer greeting to let callers know that they can be redirected by pressing 0. For example, if I'm going to be on vacation for the next 2 weeks and want callers to have the option of contacting the receptionist, I would activate the feature, enter in the phone number of the receptionist, and record a no answer greeting instructing callers that if they would like to speak with the receptionist, to press 0 before the message record tone is heard. We're now going to cover the hot buttons for Group Directory, Personal Directory, Call History, and Speed Dials. To access the Group Directory, click on the Group Directory hot button. Once you click on the hot button, you will see your Outlook or web browser screen refresh to display the contents. The contents of the Group Directory include name, main office number, and extension by default. If users have updated their telephony web portal profile with their mobile number and department, then that information will be displayed as well. If you hover over any of the numbers or extensions displayed, you will notice that they look like a web hyperlink, which indicates click to dial capability. Click to dial refers to the ability to dial a phone number or extension by using a left mouse click. When you click on the number, your phone will automatically go off hook to speakerphone and dial the call. Once you are done with the group directory, you can either click your browser's back button to return to the previous page, or click on Mail in Outlook to return to normal viewing. Because the toolbar is integrated with Outlook, you can also search and view contacts contained in your Outlook directory in your web browser by using the search bar located to the right of your group directory. Simply type in the name of the person or company and hit the Enter key on your keyboard. Your results will be displayed in your browser window, and you can use click to dial on any phone number. The next directory is the Personal Directory. Click on the Personal Directory hot button to view contacts. Unless you have already entered in contacts in your personal phone list through the telephony web portal, your personal directory will be empty. To add contacts to your personal directory, click on the Telephony Web Portal Auto Login Hot button. This will take you to your telephony web portal. Then, under the Options menu, click on Outgoing Calls, then Personal Phone List. There are two ways to add contacts to your personal phone list. If you only have a few to add, then just click on the Add button and enter in the name and the phone number of your contact. Finish by clicking OK. For those of you with many contacts, you'll want to click on the Import Phone List link. In order to import a phone list to your personal directory, the names and numbers have to be contained in a comma-delimited file format, commonly known as CSV. Many common contact management programs such as ACT, Salesforce.com, and Outlook contain tools to export the native contact directory to CSV file format. Please see your program's help file for the appropriate steps. Once back in the Toolbar application, you will need to sign out and sign in to update your personal phone list. Just click the green power button to sign out, then the gray power button to sign back in. Clicking the Personal Directory Hot button will now display your contacts and provide click-to-dial functionality. To access your call history, click on the Call History Hot button. Just like your group directory, you will see the screen refresh with your call history content displayed. The contents of your call history will include the type of call, missed, received, or dialed, calling name if available, the calling line ID, and date and timestamp. The list can also be sorted by clicking on any of the columns. As always, click-to-dial capability is available by left-clicking any number in the list. To access speed dial 8 and 100 lists, click the Speed Dial Hot button. If you have entered in speed dial 8 or 100 numbers prior to receiving your toolbar, they will be displayed on the screen. To add new entries, click on the Telephony Web Portal Auto Login button. Then click on Outgoing Calls and either speed dial 8 or 100. Speed dial 8 allows you to enter up to 8 telephone numbers that can be dialed from your telephone by pressing a single number followed by send. To configure a speed dial 8 number, type in the extension or telephone number next to the speed code and enter in a name. Then click OK. Speed dial 100 allows you to enter up to 100 telephone numbers that can be dialed from your telephone by pressing the speed dial prefix and the 2-digit speed code. To configure, click Add, then select the 2-digit speed code you want to assign from the pull-down list. Enter in a name in the description field, and then enter in the extension or telephone number. Finish by clicking OK. Once back in the Toolbar application, you will need to sign out and sign in to update your speed dial list. Just click the green power button to sign out and the gray power button to sign back in. Clicking the Speed Dial Hot button will now display your contacts and provide click-to-dial functionality. The last section of the Features and Directories toolbar will cover the Assistant toolbar shortcuts. Shortcut links are exactly like favorites for Internet Explorer or bookmarks for Mozilla Firefox, except they have been set by your service provider. To view the links that are included in the toolbar, click on the Shortcuts button, and to access any of the pages, just click the link. Configuration of advanced features, or features not available through the Assistant toolbar, is done through the Telephony web portal. To easily access your web portal, just click on the Auto Login Hot button. When finished, you can close your browser or just click Log Out. Now that we have covered the Features and Directories portion of the toolbar, it's time to look at the Call Control section. The Assistant Toolbar offers many standard call control features such as call hold, blind transfer, and consulted transfer, in addition to more advanced features like three-way calling and remote office. The toolbar also has some exclusive features like click to dial from any number contained in a web page and the ability to create a V-card from incoming calls. There are several different ways to make outbound calls using the toolbar. One method is to use click to dial from any of your directory or call history hot buttons. The other is to use the dial number box located at the far left of the call control section. Just click in the dial number box, enter the extension or phone number you wish to call, then hit the enter button on your keyboard. Your phone will automatically go off hook to speakerphone and dial the call. Once the outbound call is initiated, you will see the call in the call status window. When the call is answered, the call status will display as active. The toolbar also keeps a log of all numbers entered in the dial number box for each login session, enabling you to quickly redial a number by using the pull-down menu and clicking the number. When you receive an incoming call, you will first notice the pop-up notification, which displays the calling line ID and calling name if available. To answer the call using the toolbar, either click in the pop-up window or click on the green Answer button. If you do not want to answer the call but send the caller to your voicemail box, you can either click the Voicemail Hot button in the toolbar or the Voicemail Hot button in the pop-up notification. To place a caller on hold, click on the Hold Hot button in your toolbar. The call status window will show the caller on hold and your green Answer button will reappear. To resume the call, just click the green Answer button. A blind or cold transfer allows you to send an active call to another party without knowing if they will be available to answer the call. Once in an active call, begin by either typing the number in the dial number box or using click to dial to select a number of the transfer party. To use the dial number box, enter in the number, hit the Enter key on your keyboard, and then click the Transfer Hot button. The call is then transferred and call status is clear. To use click to dial, locate the number in your group or Outlook directory, left-click the number, and then click the Transfer Hot button. The call will be transferred and the call status window will clear. The consulted or warm transfer lets you speak privately to the third party before executing the transfer in order to determine if they are available to accept the call. For this example, I'm going to warm transfer using the dial number box. Either enter in the number and press enter or click on a number you've entered in previously. A call is now initiated to the transfer party and the original party is placed on hold, as you can see in the pull-down menu. Once the party agrees to accept the call, click the Transfer Hot button and the consulted transfer is complete. Once you are in an active call and wish to conference in a third party, you can dial a contact using click to dial from a directory or use the dial number box. Once the outbound call is initiated, the initial party is placed on hold and the Conference Hot button will illuminate. Just click the Hot button to start your conference. You can also wait until the third party answers the call to avoid getting voicemail or putting them on the spot. Once you have successfully executed a three-way call, you will see both calls as active in the call status window. You can perform any of the above-mentioned call control features such as call hold and transfer by using the pull-down menu in the call status window, selecting the party, and then performing the necessary steps for each call control hot button. For example, if I want to transfer the third party to another number, but still remain in an active call with my first caller, I simply select the third party from the call status pull-down menu, enter in the transfer number in the dial number box, hit the enter key on the keyboard, then click the Transfer Hot button. The third party is now transferred, and I can continue my primary conversation. The Remote Office feature lets you control virtually any telephone, including a mobile device or landline, and lets you appear to your callers as if you never left the office. The functionality is similar to Anywhere, except Remote Office is usually used as an on-demand service instead of always on. It is a great feature for anyone who occasionally works from home or in a disaster recovery scenario. To configure and activate Remote Office, click the Services button, then Remote Office under Call Control. Turn Remote Office on and enter in the telephone number of the device you want to use. Then click OK to save your changes. You will now see the Remote Office Hot button is activated. The first feature that Remote Office invokes is Call Forward Always to your Remote Office number. So now all incoming calls to your main office number will automatically be forwarded to your Remote Office location, in this case, my home telephone. While having Call Forward Always automatically activated for you is a great feature, the most powerful benefit of Remote Office is shown when making outbound calls. For example, if I need to work from home today and make and receive business calls, I would enter in my home telephone number in the Remote Office service. Now, any calls to my office will ring my home landline. To make outbound calls, I simply use the toolbar as if I were at the office. Doing this will not only display my office calling line ID to my customer, but it will also bill any toll charges to my office account. And in addition, I will have all the call control features that we covered earlier. All you need to use Remote Office is an internet connection, even dial-up. Just enter in the number in the dial number box or use Click to Dial. The first thing that will happen is the toolbar will alert my Remote Office location. In other words, my home phone will ring. Once I answer my home phone, the outbound call to my customer will be initiated and I'll hear ring back. From this point forward, the toolbar now works exactly as if I am in my office using my office telephone. My customer receives the call with my office calling line ID, and any toll charges are billed to my office number because all my home number saw was an incoming call. All call control features like call hold, transfer, and three-way calling work exactly as they do in the office.